Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway. Today's date is Monday, February 27th, 2016. Well, folks, the Dow Jones Industrial Average looking for its 12th straight close at all-time highs. Every day it seems to be inching up, inching up, inching up. And again, what a move it's had recently. Truly epic in structure. Now, a couple things I want to go over. Number one, I do believe it will close at an all-time high today. It will close green. We only have 15 minutes left, and it's up 20 points on the day. I also believe tomorrow will be a green day. The reason I say that is because Donald Trump is making a big speech to Congress tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8 p.m., and I believe the markets will trade up the next couple days going into that. So I think you'll have a 13th update tomorrow, and then maybe on Wednesday following it, there might be a little bit of a letdown. I could see a sell-off on Wednesday for this market. So there's my number one prediction of the day. Another stock I'm liking, guys, you have to like Valiant Pharmaceuticals here. Let me just show you this chart here, and I have the moving averages on here, so it makes it a little wacky to see. But what I like about this is you're basically creating a bullish consolidation pattern. Nice strong day today ahead of earnings, which will be reported tomorrow morning. The stock is still at the low end of the range, but again, take a look at this trend line here. This is a pretty cool trend line here. Take a look right here and look at what you basically have. So you basically have a potential breakout by connecting this high through here, and through here. You're getting a little bit of a pop above. See how you're starting to break above that level. So, again, I do not hold the stock. I have some calls on VRX, Valiant Pharmaceutical, from a while back that are in the money right now. I'm going to hold those, but I'm not going to buy the stock because I think it's too much risk going into earnings. But again, I am bullish on VRX. Another stock that reports earnings after I think tomorrow morning as well, is this stock, Domino's Pizza, one of the most overbought plays out there. Look at this chart on Domino's going back to 2014. I could even zoom out even more, but you guys get the idea. It is overbought. What I really love about the price action here is with the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow all making new higher highs almost on a daily basis, look at how this is stalled out. So I am bearish. I'm bullish on Valiant on earnings, bearish on Domino's Pizza here. And again, look at today's price action. There's definitely some sellers here, and look at the volume uptick too. So there's selling pressure, and that's institutional sell pressure. So I believe you should see a sell-off on DPZ on earnings, okay? And again, we actually got PZZA earnings, which is Papa John's recently, and you can see that stock actually fell on earnings into the 200 moving average before bouncing off. I do expect similar results where you see a little bit of a sell-off on DPZ earnings, okay? A couple other stocks that are reporting later this week. I'll just go over one more. Avago, which is, the AVGO. It used to be Avago. It's now Broadcom, obviously. This stock is, again, a very overbought play, and I actually am bearish. Now, they supply a lot of the products for Apple, and I actually expect that to be a little bit of a negative. So I think that we've seen a couple companies, recent semiconductors, that reported a little bit on the weaker side of results, and I think of Broadcom could be in that group. I mean, it's had such a run, really don't imagine it going up much more. And I think you could see a sell-off on Broadcom down to the 50 moving average around 193. And I believe they report earnings later this week. So again, be just on heads up for that. Okay, so very interesting stuff going on here. And again, just to go back to the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ today is a little bit weaker overall, barely positive. One thing about the NASDAQ here is you had this little bit of a red candle, and you're making kind of lower highs here so far. We'll have to see if that holds tomorrow. If it holds tomorrow, then I would be very bearish on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. But again, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. On the S&P, if we go to the SPY chart here, and this is a lot of day trading lines since I day traded, you can see it is making a higher high. And we also touched on the DIA, which is also making a higher high. So Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P, both stronger today than the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's lagging just a little bit because, in all fairness, if you look at the NASDAQ's chart, it's gone up way further than the other indices. So, I mean, you have a 10% plus gains in the NASDAQ in recent history, while the S&P isn't quite up that far, neither is the Dow. So those seem to be playing catch-up. A couple stocks that are seeing good sell-offs today. McDonald's is under quite a bit of pressure here. Good sell-off, but again, look at the overbought nature of that stock. Not a surprise. IBM, same thing, overbought. Good sell-off on IBM, down 1% today. A lot of these overbought plays, I think, start to correct by Wednesday or Thursday of this week, if not earlier. And that includes, obviously, the IBMs of the world. I am short IBM in the research center with members here. We are going to make a good amount of money on this trade, okay? Bottom line is, come to InTheMoneyStocks.com. You want the live trades. You want the exact entry prices. Take a look at the track record so far for 2017. It is awesome, killing it already this year, and honestly, it hasn't even been that crazy in the markets. The crazier, the better for us as traders. So come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial. Take care.